Are you looking for a podcast about the best Oscar Wilde statue you've ever seen?
Then you must be thinking of another podcast. Oh! Good evening, Kelsey.
Good evening, Robert.
How are you?
Fine as a maiden's flaxen hair.
Wow, that's like... that's some fine right there.
Quite fine, I'm dandy. How are you?
Man, I'm good. It's been a good day.
Yeah. Good
Not
day in the
much-
world of corporate America?
I mean, no, because I'm not really in corporate America.
Corporate poop scooping?
Although, I may be
Mhm.
again soon, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we'll have to see.
Ooh, stay tuned.
I actually had an interview last week.
Nice. How'd it go? What is it, an
So-
in-person interview? I don't know how interviews work in the day and age of Corona.
No. And you're about to make me ask you another question
Okay.
in like 1 second. No, it was strictly a phone. Okay, so when like Corona first hit, I was doing some interviews and they were all like Google Duo, right?
Okay, yeah.
They were like, do you Google Duo? And I was like, I've never fucking heard of this ever.
I've
they're
only
all
heard
like,
of it
"Well,
because I had a Google phone.
Yeah. So everybody was doing it through Google Duo or like
Yeah.
FaceTime and stuff, right? But so this one was strictly just a phone one, just over the phone. It was supposed to be 30 minutes, knocked it out in 15.
Hell yeah.
Because they were like, we don't know what to ask you because we know who you are.
Yeah, you're interviewing for it with the company that you just left, right?
Yeah. But for like a totally different job. Which is cool with
That's
me.
good. Yeah.
And so they were like, yeah, we already know how you do stuff. So like, I don't know. What do you want us to ask you?
So,
I
how's
was
your
like,
day?
How about this question? And like, I kind of took it all from there. But they have supposedly made a decision,
Okay.
and we'll see what happens from there. Because they do everything through like, there's like a team that hires you, and the person that chooses to hire you is not part of that team. So that now it has to go back to the original team, and then they take it all from there.
Well, that sounds convoluted, just like corporate
Yeah,
America.
It's a little bit, you know.
You remember that song from Rocko's Modern Life? You can't fight City Hall.
Yeah.
You can't fight corporate America. That it gets in my head every fucking time I think about corporate America.
God. So, you're talking about, you know, in-person stuff. Question.
Uh-huh.
You've been watching The Masked Singer lately?
You know what?
Because they are crammed in there with no masks.
Okay, so here's the thing. I think that they're taking, like, B-roll that they had from audiences in past
You think so?
audiences. Yeah, because some of them, they're, like, bebopping along, and it's not to the beat. And I'm like, this is a different song that these people are, like, hanging around with.
Maybe I'll have to check that out.
Because usually they'll show the people, like, singing along with the song, or,
Yeah.
like, doing something, and Nick Cannon is always like in the crowd mixing it up with him and shit, but he's not this time. He's backstage with his Secret Service bros.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that they are just doing like, and they don't have the live audience vote anymore. They have like the 100 mystery people at home voting or whatever, however that works.
I guess. I haven't really
I
heard them
think-
say that.
So I think there's like, because they'll do shots sometimes where they pan back and it looks like there's people in the crowd, but if you look closely, because I have been looking closely because I'm weird about this shit, it's like the same
Okay.
thing replicated over and over again.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that by the magic of television, they're just making it look like they have a crowd.
Okay, I'll have to double check, because
Yeah.
I was, like, watching it the other day, and I was going, man, like, they don't care at The Masked
know.
Singer.
Yeah, the first time it came on, I was like, I am uncomfortable with the amount of touching happening in this crowd.
Yeah, there was so much.
Yeah, I had to really, like,
Okay.
get onto it with a magnifying glass, get the scope out.
I think we're behind one, so when I watch that one,
I'm
I'll
behind a
kinda
couple.
see. We're not feeling it this season. I don't know.
I have a few that I like. Like, I really like the Seahorse, and I really like, the Sun is good.
Okay, yeah.
But there's some of them that are just, like, why are you here? Like, those the bottom of the barrel celebrities that they're scraping out for Corona times. So, like, please, we need anybody to fill out this cast.
That's kind of what Taylor's been saying. She's like, I'm tired of people being unmasked. And then I go, and who are you?
Right, yeah.
You know? And I mean, some of them are probably big people. It's just, we don't know them,
Just out of the loop.
Well, because, like, last season they did that doctor that has the show on the radio.
Yeah, I had no idea who that was.
I mean, he's, like, a big deal.
Is he?
Yeah, he's, like, super famous, and I just don't listen to the radio. And neither does Taylor,
either.
neither do you. So, like, we don't know you, guy, I mean, I understand that you're big to some people, but you're not big to everyone,
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just been okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that's kind of a good binge show.
Yes.
To just kind of, like, go through it and just get people being unmasked, like, nonstop. That would just feel good,
Yeah, it does feel good. That's, like, the best part of the shows when they take their mask off and they're like, I don't know who that is, but the mask is off.
Yeah. So, I have my standard Tina Turner guess in there.
Okay.
Because I always guess Tina Turner every season, and it's never been her so far.
You know what? I thought she was dead, but she's not, is she?
Nope, she sure isn't.
Is Whitney Houston dead?
Yes.
Okay, that might be the one I'm thinking of.
There you go. I do want to bring back a corner for you.
Okay.
Animal Crossing corner.
Oh, Christmas
Just
corner.
because, yeah, they announced like a whole bunch of updates for like Thanksgiving and Christmas stuff, right?
Yeah.
It
Do they
looks
do
cool.
Thanksgiving
It looks
also,
neat.
or do they have like turkey and stuff?
So it's called Turkey Day,
Turkey Day.
and Christmas is called Toy Day. So it's not like they're,
Toy Day.
the
Come
real
on.
things.
Should have called it like the Spirit of Giving Day. Animal Crossing Toy
No.
Day. Fuck that shit.
It is Toy Day.
Toy Day. I hate that. Like that
so-
makes me unreasonably mad. Actually, Toy Day.
On Thanksgiving, there is a turkey that's going to come to town.
A live turkey.
Yeah. He's just
Is
like a
it-
turkey villager guy, and his name's Franklin.
Oh, Franklin, cute.
And the whole event for that one is apparently you are just like finding the different ingredients he needs to make the feast for Turkey Day.
Okay, so is it like digging up Gulliver's parts in the sand, or is it more like it comes out of trees, like the eggs?
Probably. It did show you have to give him some pumpkins, so I think you still need to have some pumpkins on hand to grow,
Okay.
And then Toy Day. So,
Toy
for
Day.
real, the only thing I've been waiting for with this game is Christmas.
Yeah.
And I've gotten a glimpse of what Christmas is going to look like, and hot damn, is it everything I wanted more.
Good.
It's beautiful. I cannot wait.
I did see a shot of like the sparkly trees and the snow, and I
Yes.
was like, oh man, that's good shit.
Oh man, I cannot wait. It's so cool. So, I don't know, just a quick update, but then I was telling Taylor, because she said something about that update today, and I was like, well, Nintendo did just have like, whatever those big meetings are, they're like stockholder meetings or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And so the whole point of those meetings is you sit down with the people that hold stock in your company, and you tell them how you're going to make money so that they want to keep putting money into your company, right?
Give us money. Yes.
And they were like, Animal Crossing is kind of our big thing. We will be updating that with events nonstop. Like, we are ramping up even more than we were originally going to do.
Okay.
So Animal Crossing will be hoppin' next year.
Okay.
Tons of shit. So I kind of want to know what happens.
Yeah, I'm curious.
But that was a quick crossing corner. But I just wanted to comment, if you're still playing, Turkey Day looks cute. Plus, there's new emotes and stuff, and they're
Ooh.
awesome. They look really cool. I liked all the emotes.
The Halloween emotes are really cute. So what do they have like for the turkey ones and the Christmas ones?
So they just have like, now you can like sit down on the ground, so you can like
What?
sit. You can like sit at like a picnic with your villagers kind of
Oh my
thing.
god, that's amazing.
Yes, you could like put stuff on the ground, and if they sat down there, you could sit down, and it's like you're having a picnic.
I always like, so when you're walking around and the villagers being particularly cute and you're trying to get a picture with them, then
Yeah.
they just fucking sit down and you're like, God damn it, now it looks weird because you're sitting and I'm standing. Make it awkward, why don't you?
And because you said that, you can actually, there's now a picture-taking emoji. Emote. Yeah, so you can, like, make your person take out their phone and, like, and, like, take some
What?
photos.
Like little selfies?
I don't know, because it looked like they were taking a picture, like, of a Christmas tree.
Oh.
So, like, the flash was coming out the other end, so I think, like, they were taking pictures of that. So you can make it, like, you're a photographer, you know?
Okay, cute.
There's just other cute... I mean, none of them were really, like, specialized like the Halloween ones were.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm spooky now, you know?
Ooh.
But you can now, like, wave bye to people. You can show there's, like, a new excitement one. There were just a couple good ones.
Okay.
I'm into the emotes. I love those.
Speaking of Nintendo, did you see that they are coming out with the Game & Watch Super Mario Bros. System?
So, question.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what a Game & Watch is?
I'm aware of a Game & Watch, but I've
Okay.
never, like, had one or played with one.
So, when my parents were moving out to their new house 2 years ago, which they told me today they've been in their new house for 2 full years,
Wow.
I came across, like, an original Game & Watch.
Really?
And I was like, wow, that's really neat. Like, game history. And I think
Wow.
I have it here somewhere, but I've also never, like, done anything with one, but I
Yeah.
just know what it is.
I think it was, like, just before we were, like, old enough for video games. Because I remember
Yeah.
getting into Super Nintendo when I was, like, 5 years old. So
Yeah.
I feel like this is probably a much older system, like maybe a few years back. I really like the look of it. I think it's a very cool looking system. Like, it looks similar to the controllers they came out with that were, like, Nintendo
I wanna
classic controllers.
Take a look at it again. Well, you know why I like it.
Because it's gold.
Because it's gold.
Yeah, it is. It's a nice, like, matte.
I think it's really pretty.
Yeah, it's muted. It's not, like, flashing in your face. I love the classic
like-
red trim that they have on it.
I don't want one. Is that bad?
I don't know. Like, so when it came out, I was like, oh, that's really cool. I might want that. And then I looked further into it, and I'm pretty sure that it just comes with the one game.
Yeah,
What?
you get Mario, and then it's a clock as
Yeah.
well.
So I'm not, like, I wouldn't play
Because,
with
like,
it.
you're paying $50
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
to have a clock that has Mario on it, though. But it's
Yeah.
essentially just a clock.
Right.
You know?
So,
And that's neat. But yeah, like, for $50, I'd have to really fucking like Mario. you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, I was totally about to buy it, and then I was like, what games come on this thing? And then I was like, oh, just the one. Never
Yeah,
mind.
just the one.
It's a good game. It's Super Mario Brothers 2, but I don't care $50 worth about that.
So that's another one that scalpers and bots are just, like, eating up like crazy. Okay?
I wish they would do something about this shit. It is a epidemic, and I'm sick of it.
Now, I did just look it up, and I can get one at Target right now. It is available right now.
Really?
That's what it says.
Okay.
But I don't want one. like I would have it, and it would immediately just go sit in the closet.
Yeah, like, I'd play with it for a day, and then I'd be like, okay, that was fun. Now it's a clock.
Pretty much. Like, it's neat, but I'm not a like, it's not a game system, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't really want it in my, like, gaming collection.
Yeah.
So
if
I
want,
just don't
like,
care.
a portable gaming system, I could just use the brand new Stadia that is arriving at my home very shortly.
Okay. I got one too.
Yeah. They're just like, please take this. Please have it. Please
I know.
use this.
And
Google.
I was like, okay, I'll take it.
Sure, Google. I'll take it. I mean, I genuinely don't know if I'm going to use it because we already have the Xbox thing, and they're shipping another. They're shipping a little, like, Xbox box, right?
Say what?
I like the little. So, I feel like, let me look this up so I don't sound like a fool and a half on here. But I'm pretty sure,
Okay,
like,
hang on. I'm gonna
Xbox.
open this out of curiosity.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if I'm feeling this right, so Xbox Game Pass Ultimate comes with like a little physical box that you can take places. Right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Am I just making this up in my head? I feel like Xbox has a physical box that you can take.
Xbox Game Pass Ultimate box.
It's hard to Google anything with Xbox and box. Because
I mean, do you just mean the new Xbox Series S because people are calling it a Game Pass box because it is so cheap and tiny and you can do whatever you want with it?
How cheap and tiny is it?
Well, it's their new system, so it's $299, but I've seen one in person now.
Uh-huh.
Kelsey, it is so small.
Is it?
Like, it's a 1440p machine, so it's not full 4K like all the other new consoles.
Okay.
But it's still pretty good, and it's fucking tiny.
So
I was impressed.
I'm thinking, so the Xbox Series S is it's like the tall one with the circle on it, right?
Yeah, the big, like, vent right on top.
Yeah. Okay, that's not the one that I'm thinking of. I think there's like a palm-sized one. Maybe I dreamt this. I don't know.
I think you did, because I have heard nothing about that, but I'm also 8 months behind on game podcasts, so I don't know what's happening in the world of games right now. I really don't.
Yeah, I can't find any like news articles or images of this, so perhaps it was a fever dream of mine, but I'm pretty sure that with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, they have like a physical component to it, and that allows you to play more games.
I have never heard of anything like this.
Yeah. Maybe just erase this from your memory. Maybe it's not a thing. I'm not real sure. Maybe they're coming out with it?
I don't know. Because I've never seen anything about this. They're just like, go buy an Xbox. You can play it there. Or play on your computer. We don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe I'm just thinking about a phone. Because you can play them on your phone.
And your phone. Yeah, that's right. Because I just watched a video that did today that was like, don't forget, you can play it on your phone, your computer, wherever. And I was like, I know. Thank you.
Yeah. So how big is a Stadia going to be? That's what I'm wondering. Google Stadia.
Well, so it's just a new Chromecast that you get, and then just another one of the controllers. But you get the nasty white one, and I don't like that shit.
I wanted the blue one so bad. When Richard was like, hey, we're getting a Stadia for free, I was like, oh my god, did they have the blue controller? And he was like, that's not a thing. I was like, no, it is a thing. And I had to show him a picture of it, and he's like, that's actually a nice controller.
Thing. If you pre-ordered it, that was the only time that remote was ever available, period.
Yeah. So there's probably...
Because I would totally get that shit.
I know. It was a really pretty controller. That is the only thing...
God.
Literally the only thing that I wanted out of the Stadia was that controller.
I know. So wait, you have a Stadia now, right?
It's not here yet, but it is coming.
Okay. Well, so the only thing that's really Stadia is that controller. Because you pretty much just use a Google something or other to play it from there.
Right. Ooh, they have like a mint green controller. That's pretty. I like that a lot. It has like a little lime green bumper pads on the underneath the R3s and stuff.
You just have to remember to cancel that subscription so you don't pay for it and then not use it.
Yeah.
Because to get this thing for free, you had to also sign up for Stadia Pro or whatever.
Yeah.
Which they comped for you for a month, but you just got to make sure you turned off.
Look at how pretty these controllers are. This whole suite of controllers is gorgeous.
See? This is a really nice controller.
Yeah. Damn, I want that blue one so bad.
That's the one thing that I will say about their controller. I thought it was beautiful.
This one's called Wasabi. That's the color of it.
That's fantastic. I even like the one in the back, just like the black and gray.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's just a nice, good controller, but this blue and orange...
Oh, it's called Night Blue.
Oh, man, it's
Working
so good.
on a night blue.
Night blue. So, yeah, I can't wait to get mine and test it twice, maybe, and then just see. That is now a collection, because it is a game system, per se, right?
Yeah.
And it will go in the closet forever.
Yeah.
But I will keep it forever, so... I wanted to ask... Do you listen to the radio, ever?
No. I have no reason to listen to the radio.
Who does? Who does? Because the only time you listen to a radio is in a car.
Yeah.
And really, it's only if your Bluetooth doesn't work, because you would be streaming music from whatever app you like.
Or
you know?
listening to podcasts.
Yeah. So, in my work truck that I have,
Uh-huh.
I listen to a lot of the radio because I can't really do podcasts because I leave my phone in the car when I go in to scoop and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it would, like, keep breaking the signal. Plus, I'd have to take it, like, off the little dock and then back on the dock, and it's just kind of pointless. So I listen to a lot of the radio.
Right.
I just don't know how radio is still a thing.
I mean, podcasts have done a pretty good job of edging it out. Not to
Yeah.
toot the horn of this medium, but...
I was sitting there at, like, a red light, and it just weirded me out that it's like, they just play songs. And, like, this used to be the only way that you could get songs, you know? But
Yeah,
now we
it's
have
true.
them just, like, in our pocket. Any song we ever want is in our pocket at a moment's notice.
Right.
So what is the point of radio?
Yeah, that's a good point. I never thought of it
Because
that way. Like,
they only play old songs. They
Yeah.
don't play new shit.
I listen to Sirius XM when I need, like, a new music fix. So... But,
Okay.
like you're saying, you know, they don't just play old songs. They have new stuff that they're rotating in and out. So it's like
Yeah.
the things that the kids are hip with. So I stay fresh, you know?
Yeah.
Got to keep the fresh coat of paint on it.
But so, I was listening to the radio, and the one thing about the radio, which I guess it's not any different than any, like, streaming thing in general.
Uh-huh.
You know, the people that buy ads for it, you're only getting about the same 3 ads. Just in rotation nonstop.
Yeah.
You know? Like, if you go on a Hulu binge, you're gonna see the same commercial 50 times.
Yes,
you know?
and I fucking hate it.
Well, so, I keep hearing all of these commercials on the radio, which, by the way, I have to pitch you this one for USAA, okay?
Okay.
And tell me if this was a missed opportunity or what.
All right.
So they're all like, USAA for the veterans in your life, and blah, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they're all like, we made USAA for, like, the person that knows what they want. Like this guy, he used to be an old drill instructor, and his friend said, they'll get what you need when you need it, and blah, blah, blah. So he realized that he was paying for bad service at this place for more, and it said, so he called USAA right away. Right?
Okay.
And I'm like, what a missed opportunity you had, because you could have been like, and he called USAA right away. Tell me I'm not a marketing genius.
My God. Just... Okay. Sure.
You would remember that so hard.
I would, yeah. Call USAA right away.
It makes me happy. I would totally want to get USAA if that's what you did in the commercial.
Somebody call them up quick.
Like, every time I always expect they're gonna say it one time, but they never do.
One day they're going to say it, and they're going to be like, that was me!
I know. And then they had another one, and I just... This made me question the integrity of like, radio.
Okay.
Because I'm like, what are you getting at here, radio? There was a commercial for PBR, okay?
Okay.
Not Pabst Blue Ribbon,
Oh.
but, like, professional bull riding,
What? What?
okay? It was for tickets for professional bull riding to, like, go to the rodeo, okay?
If that rodeo is not sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon, they're greatly missing out.
Oh, I know. But I just... At the end of the commercial, it's like... Go get your tickets for the PBR finals, like, right now. And then they play a whole bunch of sound effects, okay?
Okay.
And there's a lightsaber sound effect in that ad.
What?
Right there at the end, they're all like, go get your PBR tickets right away for the finals. Go, and it, like, does the lightsaber sound. Because I perked up. I was like, what? Like, I know that sound.
Yeah.
You know?
Is that sound public domain?
I don't think so. But I'm thinking, like, do you think that whoever's listening to the radio is not going to question what they're buying tickets for? They're going to go, oh, I heard a Star Wars thing. I should get tickets to that. And they just buy them and not seeing the fact that there's cowboys riding bulls all over the website you're telling them to go to?
But then they arrive and they're like, where are the lightsabers? I expected lightsabers.
I hear it all the time, and I'm like, what is this lightsaber doing in this rodeo ad? Do cowboys like Star Wars this much?
I mean,
I didn't know.
Han Solo is basically a space cowboy.
I mean, yes, he is, but I question what radio's trying to do.
They're just trying to survive, man.
I guess so. They're like, dude, just throw a lightsaber in there. People love lightsabers, okay?
The kids love lightsabers. This will sell, trust me.
So that I just thought that was kind of weird the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, what is the point of this? And then I for real just like had this moment of just all they do is play songs and old songs. And it was just, I guess I had a moment of what somebody from like today's generation would think of the radio.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about it objectively and was like, this is a weird thing to exist. Like radio should almost not be a thing.
It has no place in the modern society.
It kind of doesn't. Like it used to be, you know, like in World War II, the president would talk to you on the radio and address the nation every single night.
Can you imagine, like, turning on the fucking radio and hearing that piece of shit come blasting out with his stupid-ass voice? I would throw my radio in the fire.
Corona got a little worse. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it did. I don't know. Love you guys. Smooches. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Jesus.
Smooches. I just, like, broke myself with that. That was funny. Oh, man. Jacoby, what are you doing? Hi, pretties. I didn't know you got in here. Hi, baby.
Hi, Pappy.
I guess she wanted in here so bad, and Taylor let her in, because Taylor's watching This Is Us, so I went ahead and closed the door. And I was like, you stay out there, but she's in here now, so I guess,
I heard a squeak back there. I was like, is that just Robert's stress toy, or?
I guess that did work. Bye-bye. Oh, speaking of dogs.
Okay.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah?
I got a hot take. That's
okay.
Not that big a hot take.
A warm take? A lukewarm take?
Precisely. I went to a house today.
Okay.
I get to the house, and the guy that owns the home was outside with the builder, because it was in, like, kind of a newer community, I guess.
Yeah.
And he was, I guess, getting his trees looked at. So a lot of new homes, when they're built, you have to have like a minimum of a certain number of trees.
What?
And they give you that number to start with, but if one dies, you have to replace it.
What?
Out of like your pocket, right?
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, if you're in like a homeowner's place, probably, you know? Because like where my mom and dad are, they're in a homeowners association, right?
Okay.
And like it's stated, you have to have 2 trees out front, and they have to be similar height.
That is such bullshit.
So if like they put a 6-foot one in your yard when you bought the house, and you have 2 and one dies, you can't buy like a bigger tree. It has to be the same size tree.
What the fuck?
It's like a whole thing. That's why I hate the homeowner stuff.
Homeowners Association is just full of bullshit. It's so archaic and terrible.
But so he was out there getting his trees looked at, and so I walk into the backyard, scooping stuff, and I hear his back door like jangling real quick. Okay.
Okay.
He comes busting out of there and goes, "Hey, would you like a cold drink?" And I was like, "Okay." And he's like, now, it's one of those sparkling, like, water things. I don't know if you're into that, but, here you go. And I was like, I'm almost out of water, so I'll take a water type thing, right?
Gave you a La Croix?
No, it was a Waterloo.
Waterloo.
Yeah. So he gives it to me. We talk for a little bit, and, you know, I do my thing. I go back to the truck, and I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna crack into this here Waterloo, and it was a watermelon Waterloo.
Oh boy.
Okay? So, I cracked it, and I was like, you know what? I've learned from Kelsey, you're supposed to, you know, give it a little snifter. So I was
Gotta
like,
give it the sniff test.
I was like, ooh, that smells delightful, right?
Okay.
I was like, that smells great. Take a sip. And I was like, sure does not taste like watermelon. Not even watermelon flavor.
Really?
Okay. No. Tastes like none of that. So I take a sip. It's like, okay, I mean, you know, there's not a lot here. I'm driving, I take another sip, and I'm like, okay, it's not great. I take another sip, and I'm like, fucking sparkling water sucks ass.
Okay.
Sparkling water is disgusting. I don't know how you drink it.
That's your take? That's your lukewarm take?
Yeah, it sucks.
It's so crispy.
It's so bad. Like, because it is just water, right?
I mean, yeah, that's the appeal.
But it's bad water.
You're bad water.
It doesn't even taste like water. And I'm like, maybe I should be more excited by the fizz from it, right?
That's what excites me.
It does not add to this whole profile at all.
I live for the fizz.
It's so bad.
The thing I like about sparkling
hate
water
it.
is that, for the most part, it's like way more fizzy than a cola drink, you know?
Do you really like it for the fizzy?
I love the fizz. If I could drink just fizz somehow, not have a liquid about it, just the fizz, that's what I want.
That's kind of my least favorite part about sparkling water.
It's so good.
Is the fizz. I just want it smooth, man.
I just want bubbles.
No, I
Bubbling
want
up.
smooth. Well, this Waterloo thing, I mean, I appreciate you, sir. It was very kind of you to give me a drink. But watermelon Waterloo sucks.
Okay.
Real bad. I recommend it to nobody.
All right.
Ever. It passes no tests. I don't even think you would give it the 2 that you gave the La Croix.
So to circle back on the La Croix, I have since had time to marinate my thoughts on the Pastèque La Croix.
Okay.
I need to figure out how to say that word, actually. Let me just Google that real quick because it's bugging the shit out of me. Translate.
Real quick. So, I didn't crack a Dr. Pepper today.
Oh, what'd you crack? A Pastèque?
This is a peach
Ew.
peace tea.
Peach peace tea?
Did you just say ew?
Yeah, I hate the flavor of peach.
You don't like peach?
I don't like peach.
Ugh. You're the worst.
Okay, so watermelon in French is pastèque, according to Google Translate.
Pastèque.
Pastèque.
Okay. Okay, wait. Wait. That was what? French?
Yeah.
I sure didn't learn that in French class. Or maybe I did.
It's also le melon d'eau. The melon
I like
of water.
that.
I like that too.
That sounds beautiful.
Le melon d'eau.
Le Melon D'eau. Have I ever told you about when I was trying to go to UNT?
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, you took a foreign language, right? And I was like, yep, 2 years in high school. And they were like, yeah, oh, well, we just need to do, like, the test out thing for it,
Uh-huh.
right? So I took the, like, test, and they came back to me, because it was all on the computer, so it was graded right then. And they came out, and they said, did you really take French in high school? And I was like, I sure did. And they were like, we would have never guessed.
Oh my god, your retention was that bad?
Oh, it was so bad. But
that's rough.
Honestly, I remember like three things.
Well, now you
Well,
have
first
a
of all-
fourth one, pastèque.
No.
Pastèque.
Le melon
D'eau. Le melon d'eau.
I know les yeux. That's your eyes. That's like both your eyes.
Is that lazy boy?
No, it's les yeux.
Les yeux?
So les for both of them, and then yeux for your eyes, right?
Oh, okay.
It's les yeux.
Les yeux.
Les
Les yeux à surgery.
I know. Je me brosse mon dent.
That's like a whole sentence.
Yeah, that's I brush my own teeth.
Oh, good.
Because I found it so funny that if you said je brosse tu dents, that's I brush your teeth, Kelsey's teeth.
The way they phrase it in German is so weird. They say, ich putz mir die Zähne, so it's I brush me the teeth. Brush me the teeth.
I'll brush me the teeth. And then the one that I will never forget on the face of the planet, tu es une femme scorpion.
You are a female scorpion?
You are a scorpion woman.
Okay.
Yep.
What about,
Anchorman had just come out.
Les omelettes du fromage?
Cheese omelet?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's all I know.
French is a weird language. I don't recommend it.
Okay.
They always said that it was like such a beautiful language, and I'm like, but you can call anything his and her, but if you get it wrong, then they call you stupid, and it's like, this is just, it's a phone. It's not a girl phone or a boy phone. It's a phone. I don't know.
The one thing the English gets right is that we don't gender our pronouns, like, except for, I guess, humans if you want them, but like,
yeah,
a lamp doesn't have a gender.
I can't even remember how you were supposed to know what was what, because there was kind of a rule.
In German, there was no rule. It was just like, you just kind of know. You just kind of figure it out. It's like, do you? What?
Like,
I don't.
Lamps, very masculine. Very, we give the light to the people. Masculine, very, very much. Yes.
Okay.
I just wanted to let you know, I don't know how you drink fizzy water. It's so bad.
I drink it with
I hate it. I hate it so much. I poured a lot of that drink out.
What a shame.
It was so bad. And then I was like, maybe it's just because it's the watermelon. Because Kelsey gave the watermelon a 2. That pastique was just a 2. And I actually was like, I would give this a 2.
Yeah, you
could
try a different flavor, perhaps.
I was like, this is a hard 2. Because it's got to be past a 1. Because at least I half wondered if I liked it. You know? So it's like, okay, I mean, it's something.
That's how it is for me with the watermelon, because like I'm gonna finish drinking them, but I won't purchase them again.
I really hope that guy does not offer me more.
Yeah, just be like, do you have anything else?
Because I'll always take them and just cry in my truck as I drink it slowly. Because I'd been drinking on it for like 4 hours.
My God.
And I picked it up and was like, it's like 3/4 of the way full. I'm taking the tiniest sips because I hate it so much.
God.
I just had to give you that little quick hot take.
Well, thank you for that. Speaking of hot takes, so have you seen the previews for the brand new Tom and Jerry movie?
I have seen nothing.
Okay, so they're making a new Tom and Jerry movie.
Okay.
Do you have strong feelings about Tom and Jerry?
You know what? I didn't really watch it a lot when I was little.
Okay.
When we went to Colorado in September,
yeah,
we stopped at a hotel on the way, and they had Boomerang. So I was like, you know, I'm watching fucking Boomerang, right?
Okay.
And Tom and Jerry was on, and I was like, you know what? Tom and Jerry's fucking hilarious, dude.
Tom and Jerry is really good. Like
Tom and Jerry is pure good.
Yeah, the physical comedy in cartoons, it never gets old. It never gets old, and it's always the most like creative, stupid shit in Tom and Jerry.
But Tom and Jerry is like the master of it.
Yes, they are.
Like, they for real. I'm watching cartoons from like the 60s. These cartoons are so old, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, it's so much smarter and better than anything in the past 20 years. This shit was awesome.
Yeah.
So I could get behind a new Tom and Jerry movie.
It looks like it's going to be really good. I struggle with when they take animated things and put them on a non-animated world, like Space Jam or Roger Rabbit. I don't know.
It's beautiful.
It grates on me. I don't like to see actors interacting with non-physical objects.
That just makes me cry.
I mean, as far as cartoon movies go, it looks really good. Tom and Jerry look on point. They don't look like they've been like too far extrapolated for the modern audience. You know how they did Bugs Bunny wrong with his yellow gloves.
Yeah.
They haven't done any of that.
I just pulled up a picture and they look great. Like they look solid.
Yeah.
You know, because I did see a tweet from our good pod friend Josue.
Yes.
And he was like, thank God they didn't go CG fur.
Yes, I am super glad about that. Can you imagine? Like, if they had made Tom and Jerry, like, in the style of Sonic, it would be really nasty.
That's what I was about to say. But I like it. Okay, so I haven't seen a trailer. Have you?
I, like, half-heartedly watched the trailer, so I just wanted to, like, hit the high points of it and have a look.
Okay, question. Do they stay silent?
I don't know. That's a good question, actually.
Because I don't want them to talk. Like, their whole strength is like the silence, where it's just purely getting to watch the physicality, you know?
Yeah. So
I would prefer that.
Their human co-star is Chloe Grace Moritz, and I think that she is a great choice for this. She's awesome. So I feel like she's going to be, like, carrying the weight of the verbal comedy on her shoulders, which is fine.
I'm kind of curious as to what the hell this could be about. She's like, would you leave that mouse alone, damn it?
Yeah, so what I gathered from the preview was that Tom is hired at a hotel to get rid of their mouse infestation, who is Jerry.
I buy that 1,000,000,000%.
Yeah,
that
it's a great premise.
Take.
I
love it.
So,
oh man, I'm sold.
Yeah, I think I'll probably see it if it comes to streaming. I'm still waiting. So there's this movie called Freaky. Have you heard of it?
Yes. The Vince Vaughn one, right?
Yes, it came out on Friday the 13th, and
yeah.
I've been looking forward to this, but it came out only in theaters, and I'm like, why are you doing this? We are still in the throes of the worst thing.
There's a lot of movies coming to theaters still.
I hate it. Why? Like, release it on streaming also, so that you can get the revenue from people who will purchase it at home, because now I'm just going to pirate it.
Yeah, and so actually I'm looking at showtimes for it. Can I tell you this? This is kind of weird to me.
What?
It has 2 showtimes.
Just 2?
Are they not doing movies like full blown all day long? They're like, nah, we're like playing a movie 2 times in the day. Period. That's it.
Well, I mean, they probably have a lot to sanitize once the people leave, and they have to fully make sure the air gets recycled and shit. So, I mean, if they're staying safe, cool. But I still think they should make it available for people who are not going out. People who are staying indoors, like the smart, diligent American citizens.
I mean, really, I kind of didn't have a problem. Clearly, because I got Trolls, I got Mulan.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done like 3 or 4 of the movies at home thing, you know?
Yeah, like, I'll pay for a movie at home. Like, it's fine.
I mean, really, I was kind of hoping they would just do that with James Bond. I would fucking watch it at home.
Yes.
If I really had to. But now it's not coming out till like November of next year, so just, kill me slowly.
Okay, damn.
But yeah, like I've heard ads on the radio again.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this movie's coming to theaters. I'm like, what a normal sounding commercial.
I know.
But that's not gonna happen.
Like, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Upsetting. So, speaking of, I don't know, things that you watch on the screen.
Okay.
Conan O'Brien is ending his late night show.
Oh. Okay.
Just like ending it. So he's going to finish Conan at the completion of its 10th season in June of 2021.
I was just watching some stuff about his show, like some clips on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I kind of like his show. He really seems like a funny dude.
I never really watch like late shows or anything like that, but Conan O'Brien just seems like a good dude, and I remember that he kind of got done dirty by, I don't know, who was it, NBC or somebody who refused to assign him or something.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, he took over David Letterman's spot on NBC, right?
I think he was going to, because that wound up being I can't remember. Because I think he was going to take over for David Letterman.
And then they had to, like, move the show around or something.
Yeah, because now it's Stephen Colbert.
So he's moving to HBO to do a variety series instead.
A variety series?
Yeah, so I don't know what that entails.
Okay.
Like, is it going to be, like, a comedy thing? Or are they going to have, like, skits? I don't really know.
I mean, to me, that's like skits, yeah.
Yeah, because I know that he does, like, a travel show also, so I kind of wonder if they're going to blend that in there. Who knows?
Yeah. Dude, HBO Max is getting a lot of stuff.
They really are.
They got the ugly yellow gloves. Did you know that Primal streams on there?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Primal. So good.
I know.
I really enjoyed our live show on Primal. I hope that everybody else did too. And if you haven't watched it, it is still out there on YouTube. And it will be forever. Until YouTube burns into the ground. And hate death into the universe.
Which I will not allow to happen.
Okay.
I use it too much.
So on the lines of that, social media has really pissed me off lately.
Okay.
So I logged onto Twitter today, and what do I see but these like fucking circles at the top of my screen? And I'm like, what are these? What are these now? And I click on it, and it's something called fleets, which is like, I don't know, fleeting things, I guess. It's Twitter's version of a story. So Instagram introduced stories after I think Snapchat introduced stories like way the hell long ago.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, the story medium is something that I just struggle to get behind. Like, I do it for the podcast, but for my personal social media, I'm just like, I don't need to put this up there. It's basically just a photo version of, I don't, what is the point of a story? Like, it just goes away. Like, I don't like them. I don't think they're cool. They're not.
Like, is it just for like, okay, well, this is going to be a longer thing. Like, here's me at the doctor, and here's my whole experience, but you don't want to know it tomorrow, so story.
Yeah. I guess,
You know?
I don't know, but there's always like, I hate them because it activates my FOMO, so I have to be like, I'm going to click on this because it's going to disappear within 24 hours, so I have to know what's going to happen, so I have to click on it and I have to look at it, and it's just another thing now that Twitter is doing. Like, Twitter is not a photo media. It's not a place where you go to share your photos, so why, in God's name, do we need a photo sharing story medium on Twitter? Like, it makes me so mad. It's just every social media platform is trying to copy something from each other. And I'm like, just bring back, like, anything else. Just
they're all trying to be the same thing.
I know. Just make it the same thing then. Make me have one social media account where I can go and spew all my bullshit.
Yeah.
And then you can do your stupid algorithm shit with it. I hate social media so much, and I hate how much that I rely on it. Like, I can't get off Twitter or Instagram. I spend all day on those apps, and I'm just like, it fires me up in a way that is not good for my health. I really need to start limiting my time on those apps.
I wish I could give you my complete nonchalantness towards social media so you could be free of it for a day.
I know. That's how Richard is too. Like, he doesn't participate in social media at all.
I just don't care. Yeah.
Like, I like the concept of Twitter because it's where I can go if I'm having a stupid thought and I just want to like get it out into the ether. Like, that's where I go to just spit out my dumb thoughts, or like the thing I bought on the internet today. And that's fun for me. And Instagram is fun because it's like, I took a picture of my cat and I would like my friends to see it, but I don't want to send it to each of my friends individually, so I just put it on Instagram. But the fact that there's like pressure to like look at stories, and also everything is advertisements now, and they don't show you anything in the order that you post it. It's all just like mixed up by some crazy algorithm. Nothing's in chronological order.
I noticed that one time on Instagram, and I was like, wait a minute, these don't line up. Like, if this person's posting about tonight, but then they just did this morning.
Yes.
Why am I seeing it out of order?
I know. It's like, you have to wonder, like, is Linda day drinking, or was this from yesterday at 9 o'clock? Like, who knows, man. I just wish that social media would go back to the way it felt in 2008 when everything was fresh and new, and like Twitter was just a place where you could put 140 characters of a stupid bullshit thought.
I loved Twitter when I first got it.
Yeah.
But now, like, I don't know what to do with it because nobody's really going to see my tweet because they've got too many people they're following. And now there's, like, conversations on it. It's like, but I'm not going to have because it used to be the place where you posted a thought, and it just sat there for people to go, yeah, good thought.
Yeah.
But now it's like, someone's going to reply to my thought, and then I got to, like, keep going, but it was just a dumb, stupid thought. Like, I don't have anything else to say.
And celebrities have infested it, and it's just full of, like, people trying to sell you shit without actually disclosing that they're trying to sell you shit. It just drives me nuts.
Like, Twitter for me is an update on when video game things go on sale. That is exclusively what it is for me. It's just like a stock alert, you know?
I need to go through and do like another social media cleanse where I just unfollow a bunch of accounts because there's some out there that I'm like, why am I following this? Who
Yeah.
are you to me in my life? I don't need you. Like, I just want to follow my friends, and I need to stop going to the Discover page or the news page because it's not relevant for me. Like, I don't need to sit there and scroll through the so I got off TikTok because I would uncontrollably sit there and scroll through
Yeah.
the fucking TikToks for hours. And now Instagram is like, we're going to do Reels, which is the exact same thing as TikTok. So people are just cross-posting their Instagrams to their TikToks and then cross-posting their Instagram stories to their Twitter fleets. And I'm just like, God damn
Yeah.
it. Everything is the same and it's horrible.
Like, that's what I was about to say about TikTok. So, like, with accounts and stuff, I follow very, very few accounts, right?
Yeah.
But also, when I was on TikTok, because, like, I'll watch Taylor go on TikTok, and if she, like, remotely likes that video in any way, she'll give it a like, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do you do that? She's like, well, I like it, and it gives them support. And I'm like, but see, for me, the likes are where I store them, because you can go through and see all the ones that you've liked.
That used to be my method for things too. Like,
So I only like the ones that I want to come back and watch again.
yes, that's how I was on Instagram when I first started Instagram. Like, oh, a recipe that I want to make. I like this. But now
Yeah, save it
Instagram is
for
like,
later.
yeah, now Instagram is like, hey, you liked this recipe. How about you get deep into fitness Instagram? And here's like 30 different workouts. And I'm like, I don't want that. I wanted the recipe for the pasta. And you have given me something that is entirely the opposite of a recipe for pasta.
So I will tell you this. It's bitten me in the ass like a little bit on TikTok now.
Has it?
I liked one video because I was like, man, my heart goes out to these people because it was something that happened to their dog, right?
Oh no. And then you
So
started
I
getting like
liked it.
traumatic dog shit all up in your Instagram or in your feed, right?
My TikTok is almost exclusively animals dying.
Yes! What is that? I hate it so much.
Like, Taylor opens up hers and she's laughing and I'm just sitting there.
It's so
Fucking
bad.
Rex, dude. Fucking Rex had everything going for him and it just ripped away.
Yeah, like every single thing that you go in, every single thing you double tap is just a bit that the algorithm takes, and it's like, okay, she wants recipes, she wants pictures of cats, she wants this, and then like it just
Next thing you know,
builds-
you got recipes of cats.
yes, and
And you're like, oh, this is bad.
I didn't want this algorithm.
Like,
I hate it so much.
that's why I just can't get into it, because it also just wants so much of your time.
I know, and I feel like I can't disengage because then I'm disengaging with my friends because I go out to Twitter to like see what are the thoughts of the people that I love, and it's not that anymore. It's just like shit that Instagram and
Yeah.
Twitter and Google and the whole machine is trying to get me to click on. It's the worst. It just makes my soul hurt.
You want to know what makes my soul unhurt?
What?
About the greatest thing I've seen in quite a while?
Okay.
I sent you a video. You
Right
probably
now?
didn't watch it yet. No, this was on the 15th, so like 2 days ago.
Okay.
I sent ye a video of somebody really showing off how those cool triggers work on the PlayStation 5 controller.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I saw that, and you're correct. I have not watched it.
Okay. I mean, watch it in your own time. It's nothing to, like, live react to right here, right?
Okay.
My mind got blown a little bit the other night. So this guy's showing off what it's like using the adaptive triggers in the new Call of Duty game.
Okay.
Right? Every single gun in the game makes the trigger do something different.
Really? Like the trigger
So,
behaves
like-
differently?
Yeah.
What?
So, like, this is what I can't wait to do. So, like, if you shoot something that's, like, fully automatic and, like, you're just spraying, like, 30 bullets nonstop,
Yeah.
the trigger bounces back and forth, so it goes and just, like, rattles
What?
your finger.
What?
Like, he shows it sideways, and he presses it down, and his finger is just vibrating, just...
That's so
Right?
cool.
And he shows it with, like, every gun, and all of them are different. So, like, he shoots one that shoots, like, one bullet, right?
Yeah.
But what it does is when he, like, starts pulling it down, it's really light, and then it gets real hard to pull down right towards the end, and then it, boom, like, does a big shot off, right?
That is so cool.
Then the sniper rifle, because you would think, okay, well, I mean, it's two guns that like shoot the same type of thing. Like it would kind of be the same.
Yeah.
When he does the sniper, it pulls down, it shoots, and then it makes his finger pop back up and go back down.
What?
Like it just does something different.
That is awesome. I wonder how they designed those.
I've seen how it's designed. Because one of the guys I follow on YouTube, you could buy the PlayStation 5 controller like 2 weeks before the system came out.
Yeah.
And the stores are flooded with them. Like, I can go get a controller, no problem.
Yeah.
So a bunch of people were just buying them, and he was like, well, I'm going to buy it and take it apart and see what makes it tick, right?
Cool.
So he took it apart, and it has the trigger piece in there, and he goes, it's really cool how they did it. There's like a gear in there, and what it does is there's like a little spiral, there's like some kind of little spiral piece, and the gear turns this little lever that rides up the little curly gear, and if it tightens up, it'll like lock it in place. It's just this weird little thing, right?
Yeah.
But so basically, when you ramp up the tension, the gear would get stuck in the spiral groove and like be forced up so that there's pressure.
Wow.
And then it can just like disengage from that spiral piece, and then that's when you would go down and all that stuff. It's a really neat design.
Yeah. Man,
but
I'm watching this video, and it is like really intricate. They really have a different pattern
like
for
they're
everything.
All different. They're just so different. I just can't wait to feel it when you just hold down a whole clip and just your finger is rattled to shit.
Yes.
But the gears inside that mechanism are all plastic. So a lot of worry is if one of the teeth on that gear were to chip, now it's not going to work the same.
Yeah,
you know?
so don't go like rage throwing your controller.
Yeah. But also, I mean, if just you make the trigger that hard to pull and you just really jammed on it, you could break it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of wary of it, but at the same time, I'm really excited.
That's so cool. They're doing so many things with like the next gen gaming that is just like new, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's wild to me. Like we didn't have that much of a jump, I think, between the PlayStations 3 and 4, but there's a clear like this is new. This is stuff you haven't seen before.
Which is what a lot of people are kind of saying. They're like, the Xbox kind of kept things the same.
Yeah.
But they're going the route of the streaming thing, so that's kind of their next generation jump.
Right.
Right? Whereas PlayStation's jump is more, how can we make you feel different while playing a game?
Yeah, they're really like giving the immersive experience.
Yeah, so they got the triggers, and I cannot wait to get one and try out the 3D audio in their headset designed for that.
Yeah.
I want to know how fucked up I'm going to get. I'm glad that you find that as intriguing as I do.
Yeah, I'm fully entranced.
Like, I just want to know how that feels. And I can't wait to finally play a game with the bow and arrow and see how that feels.
Yes. Oh my god, that's going to be really cool.
Alright, I got one more update for you.
Okay.
It is in response to our video last week. Our podcast last week.
Okay.
I told you I was going to do it. I texted Jazz and said, hey, you ever had a conversation with Oscar Wilde?
Okay.
And she's like, what? So I sent Jazz the picture of that thing, and she goes, what the fuck is that? And I was like, I don't know.
Spaghetti
It
pile.
lives in your country.
It's coming for you. Watch out.
She's like, what is that supposed to be? I was like, that's Oscar Wilde. Duh. She's like, well, it's hideous and I hate it.
Yeah, that's the accurate response.
So people in the UK that have been to London, been all around it, don't know what it is.
It's probably just like the embarrassment of the town. They hide it under a bush or something.
Probably so. So there you go. I've reached out to the UK people on the street, boots on the ground.
Our
they're
journalism.
like, we have no idea what that is.
Okay. Well, good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, are you ready to pull the adaptive trigger on this?
Oh, yeah, I want to feel them vibrations.
Get the rumble. Okay, folks, what I want you to do this week is to please tell your friends about us. Why don't you get like a little cassette tape and you can stick it in your cassette tape recorder and then play this podcast and hit the record button. Make sure you hit the record button because that's the important one. And then you play the podcast and you record it on the tape. You pop out that tape, you put it in a little envelope, put a couple of stamps on it, 2 or 3 stamps ought to get it, and then just mail it to a friend. Just mail it to a friend. Mail a cassette tape of us to your friend. Help us grow this audience. Don't forget to subscribe to us on your favorite.
Can you imagine if you got a cassette tape in the fucking mail?
Don't label it either. Make it a real mystery.
I just can't imagine getting a cassette tape in the mail.
An unlabeled cassette tape with no return address.
God.
Okay. Don't forget to subscribe to us on your favorite platforms so you never ever miss an episode because we are releasing weekly every single Monday until one or both of us dies. If you have a second to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, that really, really helps us reach lovely new listeners just like you.
And don't forget, while you're out there, you can find us and friend us on all the social media that you should
fucking
probably
social
get off
media.
of. You should probably get off of it, but we know you're there. So while you're there, come check out our stuff. We're feeding the machine. I know, I'm sorry. But we're out there on the Twitter, the Instagram, the TikTok. We're on Facebook. We also got YouTube and Twitch, which are pretty much, to me, kind of like a big old shared space. We do it on Twitch, so we can get with you live, and then you can always go relive those memories whenever you want. Also, send us an email. The
Just
long-forgotten art of sending out a thought to somebody. You know, just say, hey, here's a thought I have. Plop that in ymbtoap@gmail.com. We want to know your thought. Whatever you're thinking. Just send us some thoughts.
Pretend that we are 2008 Twitter and you're just like putting your thoughts into us.
Okay, but if you do more than 140 characters, we're going to have to not read it.
We will truncate you.
That's just like way too much. But yeah, send us your listener mail. Send us what you think of the radio. Do you still have like a radio station? Do you like go, oh yeah, I wake up and I listen to this morning show or whatever? Like, do people still have that one morning show they go to like every day?
Welcome to KZPS with Kelsey and Robert.
Like, I just want to know. I haven't listened to the radio in so long, and now that I am, I'm questioning what the point of it is.
It's questioning reality itself.
A little bit.
All right.
And also, let us know if you're going to do Animal Crossing Christmas, because if tons of you are, or maybe for Thanksgiving, we can have like a giant Yimtope Thanksgiving. We can get some people all on one island together and do some like Thanksgiving
fun.
Christmas shit.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Right, I love that. Okay. Our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraj. Please check him out on YouTube. Please check him out. He's so fun. I don't know, I love his shit. It's cool. As always, thanks for listening, and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. Do I have to do fleets for the podcast? Because I don't want
all
to.
Day long.
No!
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
My glasses are so fucking dirty. I was trying to clean them today. I was like, I need Robert's like magical wipes that just make you see like you're fresh born.
Like, you just gotta go to Walmart. They're so cheap.
I've never seen them.
You know what? Another Christmas present for you. That'll be a stocking stuffer for you.
Okay. Mail me a box of wipes.